Hi guys, how are you doing? Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on the time you're watching this video. It's currently morning. I'm heading to prepare some porridge, and I thought, why not show you guys how to prepare some good, delicious porridge at home. So if you want to learn how to prepare the most delicious porridge in town, you better stay tuned. So to make the porridge, you'll need the flour or the flour, milk, water and sugar. So let's get into details of each ingredient. So let's get into the ingredients. This one being the main ingredients. This one is flour, or rather flour. It's from the company Famila and it is based in Kenya. This is my favorite porridge. It is sour porridge. It is made of finger millet and maize flour and souring ingredients. I know most of you will wonder why I'm adding milk to this and it is sour, but it's because the milk makes it sweeter, of course, and very, very smooth. And then our other ingredients are water and sugar. Sugar, that is if you take sugar. If you don't take sugar, be sure to leave it out when you're preparing the porridge. So we're going to start by mixing the ingredients. To be honest, I normally use my eyes because I've made porridge quite a number of times, so I don't measure, but you're going to use 1 tablespoon to a 1/4 liter of liquid, either milk or water. So I'm going to add, that is 250. So you see, this one is half a glass, meaning we have 500 ml plus 250, half of 250, that is 125 ml. So in short, we have 2.5 cups of liquid. So we'll need 5 tablespoons. I hope you've understood, because 1 cup takes 2 tablespoons, and here we have 2.5 cups, and here we have 4 tablespoons. So we are going to have to add 1 tablespoon for the half a cup. And also, guys, remember, you're not limited. This might make your porridge not as you'd prefer it, because there's a certain way I prefer my porridge, not too thick, not too light. So if you prefer your porridge thicker, you can add more flour, or you can reduce the amount of liquid. And if you find your porridge to be too light, you can add some more flour even while the porridge is cooking. I'll show you that if it happens that my porridge is not as to the consistency that I like. So let's go on and boil our liquid first before we proceed on to mixing the flour and the water. So there, and then you need to add your sugar at this point so that it can boil together with the liquid. It is good to ensure that your sugar is well cooked. So sugar you add according to your taste and preference. According to me, I add 1.5 tablespoon of sugar per cup. So let's get onto it. So those are for 2 cups, and then that is for the half a cup. So I'm going to cover this and allow it to boil vigorously, and then we'll proceed to the next process. So back again to our flour. So what I normally do here, I just add enough water to ensure that the flour is well mixed with the water, which has, it needs to have a flowing consistency. So I don't measure the amount of water that I use to mix the flour. That is good. As long as it can flow, it is good enough. Yeah, so let's wait for our milk and water to boil, then we'll make our porridge. So guys, as you can see, our liquid has boiled, so we're going to add our flour and water mixture. I'm going to add some cucumber water. So the secret to making a good porridge without lumps is to consistently stir as you're adding the other mixture. Like I'm doing here. As you can see, my porridge is very smooth without any lumps because of the stirring, consistent stirring when you're adding the other cold mixture. Imagine making porridge is as easy as that. Now we are done making our porridge. All we have to do is give it time. I give it 10 to 15 minutes to cook. Also ensure you cook it on medium to low heat, because if you cook it on high heat for those many minutes, your porridge will burn at the bottom, and also it will reduce in the amount will reduce. So as you can see, it is not as thick, but the more it continues boiling, it will get thicker, and even once you get it off the heat, it gets even more thicker. So ensure it is not very thick while it is still cooking. So here is how our porridge looks. It is very, very smooth. So we're going to give it 10 to 15 minutes for it to cook, and we're going to reduce our heat to medium low. Yeah. So it's 12 minutes past, and as you can see, our porridge is ready. So I'm just going to remove it and transfer it into a jug and allow it to cool. So I'm going to put our porridge in this jug. Sorry for that. Yeah, so here's our porridge. It is still very hot. So yeah guys, I hope you've learned how to prepare this yummy porridge, and you'll try out the recipe. So that's it for this video, guys. I hope you've learned how to prepare porridge that is not too thick, not too light, and doesn't have lumps. And also you'll try out the recipe and tell me how it goes on all my social media platforms. Until next time, bye, and remember to give this video a thumbs up if you like it, and to subscribe to my channel if you have not.